Africa's cryptocurrency landscape is evolving rapidly, led by Kenya's groundbreaking virtual asset service providers bill, which fully legalizes digital assets. Nigeria remains the continent's crypto powerhouse, ranking 6th globally in adoption and signaling greater regulatory openness with SEC's declaration that the country is open for stablecoin business. On the global stage, the U.S. Genius Act, the first major federal law recognizing stablecoins, is influencing how nations approach digital currencies. Its impact is spreading across emerging markets where dollar-backed assets are transforming payments, remittance, and savings. As 2026 approaches, questions arise on how stablecoins will redefine Africa's financial systems and economic inclusion. Crypto analyst Solomon Amunde joins me now. Good morning and thank you for joining us. All right, I think we're going to get your audio sorted in just a moment, but I'll press on. Hopefully you can hear me and we get to hear you. What does Nigeria's...
Is it better now?
Yes, I can, thankfully.
Okay.
What would you say Nigeria's ranking as Africa's leading crypto market? What does it reveal about the country's economic realities and public trust in traditional financial systems?
Well, if it says anything, basically, it lets us know that the citizens of Nigeria, they have this deep need for external currency and that they don't have so much trust for the Naira. But most importantly, it lets us know that the traditional finance system can't fully serve the people. That's why most persons are turning to use stable coins to facilitate transactions. It also lets us know that there's lots of cash movements from those in diaspora to those that are in Nigeria, because when you talk about using stable coins, it's majorly for movement of funds from one country to another. And with the traditional finance system, we know that takes so long, and most times the fees are just too much. That's one of the things that moved people to start using stable coins to facilitate transactions so that they can pay cheaper fees and they can get this money moved from one country to another in a very short period of time, in a matter of about less than a minute or thereabout. So I think that underscores the fact that we have that deep need for external transactions and foreign transactions, basically.
And aside from some of the things you've mentioned, there are also macroeconomic conditions, inflation, currency depreciation, capital restriction. How do you say that has influenced Nigeria's rapid adoption of stablecoins as well as digital assets?
Yeah, that's also a major thing. Most persons can't really get access to the US dollar, and most persons are looking for ways to preserve their wealth. So stablecoins present that option for them to easily do that without going through multiple intermediaries, without facing restrictions and sanctions from banks. Because, for example, with stablecoins, there are no restrictions on how much you can move or how much you can save, and there are no much questions asked, at least yet for now. So someone can easily accumulate $2 million in a day and send it to a wallet, have it saved there without any questions being asked. Whereas in the bank, how can you do that with your USD? Imagine opening an account, a DOM account today, and you're saving USD worth $2 million. There'll be lots of questions. Where's this money coming from? And it won't be something so easy that you can do in a matter of 2 minutes or 3 minutes. But with stablecoins, you can do this with very little to no questions asked. So these are also some of the things that made Nigerians to pot to utilizing lots of stablecoins. Yeah.
Right. And we know that not just in Nigeria, it's happening all over the continent, but some are also coming up with regulation. Kenya's VASP bill, we know, is defining clear regulatory responsibilities between the central bank and the SEC. What lessons can Nigeria learn from this?
Okay, for the Kenyan bill, if you compare it to that of Nigeria, you find that for the Nigerian bill is more of the SEC handling almost everything. But in Kenya, there is they are working together. The bill outlines that both parastatals there, or organizations there, the one that is synonymous to our CBN, the Central Bank of Kenya, and the one that is like our SEC here over there, they are working together to regulate crypto over there, and also those providing the services and all. But here it's more of like the SEC. So I think what we can lift from their bill is CBN can work together with SEC to be able to regulate what happens in the space. That's like the major thing that's so different from ours here.
And finally, another thing that's shaping, if I can call it crypto culture, is the United States Genius Act. What's your take on that? And does it mark the beginning of a new global regulatory order for the likes of stablecoin? How should Nigeria align?
I think that's very, very interesting. The Genius Act from the United States about stablecoin, that endorses stablecoins. Once that bill is passed, it opens the floodgates and would have lots of capital flowing into the crypto space, would have lots of stablecoins. Already we have a lot right now, but would have even more and would have even stablecoins from other countries. We still have a few others than the USD, though, as of now, but would obviously have much more. Now, the most important thing there is the US is most times spearheading most of these new technologies. So for Nigeria, we would have to like level up to, would have to come up with something similar that would mimic like the Genius Act to regulate stable coins, even if I don't know if officially we have something like that, but I do know we have a stable version of the Naira, the CNGN. We have that currently that's functional. But officially, we do not have a bill that is similar to what they are pushing in the US, the Genius Act, which is really, really big for the entire crypto space once it's passed. So I'm looking forward to that, and I expect other countries, including Nigeria, to also make it too.
I mean, it's been interesting to see how that whole space is shaped with all the moving pieces. But thank you so much for your time and perspective, Solomon Amunde, crypto analyst.
Thank you very much.